For question 11, we have the following scenario. A student scores 60 on a vocabulary test and 80 on a grammar test. So we're going to pause right there and write down what we're given. We have a vocab test and a grammar test. And we know that the student had a 60 on the vocab test and an 80 on the grammar test. The data items for both tests are normally distributed. The vocab test has a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 5. The grammar test has a mean of 72 and a standard deviation of 6. On which test did the student do better? Briefly explain your answer. So for this question, we're actually looking for a z-score because we're trying to see kind of percentage-wise how the student did themselves. And we don't really have the data given to us how everyone else did, where they compared to everybody else. And if we're just looking at what we're given, we kind of want to jump to the conclusion, well, he got an 80 on the grammar test, so he did better on grammar. However, we really want to dig into the details that we're given with the question, so we're going to be looking for a z-score. And our z-score formula is going to be x minus x bar divided by our standard deviation, where x bar is our mean, x is our given, and in this case our standard deviation is given. So for vocab, he scored a 60, subtracting our mean was 50, divided by our standard deviation, which was 5. And we get 10 divided by 5, and that's going to give us 2. Now when we have a z-score, we want 2 decimal places behind our number. So I'm going to go ahead and put 0.00. For grammar, we scored an 80. We're subtracting our mean, which was given to be 72, divided by our standard deviation, also given to be 6. We're going to get 8 divided by 6, and if we put that in the calculator, we're going to get 1.33. Again, we want 2 decimal places. So looking at this data, we're going to know that we actually did better on the vocabulary test, and that's because we have a higher Z on vocabulary. And if it's hard to get that to stick, one way to really know this is that if we look at our Z table, we'll see that a Z of 2 actually corresponds with the decimal 9772, which we can convert to 97.7%. While a Z of 1.33 corresponds with the decimal 0.9082, which is only about 90.8%. So we can see a Z of 2 is greater, he's at a higher percentile, he did better on vocabulary.